Shit that like the guilty, not guilty.
We are back. Now this is your boy King Punch in the building. Oh my God! Been up like last have ain't been able to get these live streams popping. I've been missing y'all, and oh my God! On this beautiful Monday morning, drums were bops, drum bombs were dropped from the courtroom. Bombs were dropped from Hollywood, from Marvel. The ultimate bomb is dropped on Jonathan Majors. We got to get into everything. We got to talk about the case. We got to talk about what's going on with Kang the Conqueror, what's going to be going on with the villains in the MCU. And then, bro, we just got to get into what the hell is actually happening in the MCU now at this point. Now that the trial is over, now that they have moved on from Jonathan Majors, the recast, or get Doom. There's a lot of stuff in it. But as always, I don't do it alone here in Nerds Underground. I got the best co-host on YouTube with me tonight, my man Justin. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, bruh.
Look,
nothing much.
Man. We all doing better than Jonathan Majors right now. Shout out to Jonathan. Like prayers up. Like I don't want to.
What are we doing? He didn't die.
No, like I don't want to be hyped. But at the end of the day, my man is down bad right now. Going through a rough patch right now. So I do want to be like, yo. Much love to Jonathan Majors, sending out that positive energy. Just, treating people how I'd want to be treated, right?
I guess. I'm just
treating people how I'd want to be treated.
He didn't die, all health and wellness to him, but he didn't die, okay, guys?
Yeah, calm down. His career might be dead. Mr. Griffin, Jedi Mike, C-Dub, the Lonely LB Banter. What's going on?
What's up, y'all?
Brooke Chin. Look, I'm speeding through these, chilling because you know what? Like, I just really want to get into it, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I felt this coming. I felt like he was going to be found guilty. Homegirl Tina, who we had come in here October. She came in here in October, and she really laid out, like, she really just jogged my memory about how this legal system works, and that there were a couple of charges that he just wasn't going to run away from. Those two charges being the reckless assault to the third degree in the harassment of his former girlfriend, Grace Jabari. Now, Justin, like I said, like I'm just gonna get right into it because like my mind's been going on this, dude. I've had a long drive back and forth to my crib, so like it's been got a lot of stuff brewing here in my mind, dog. And
yeah,
what I really want to get to first and to start it off here is when it comes down to like the actual trial in itself, because like I said, we to the letter of the law. To the letter of the law and what the criminal justice system is and is set up to be, whether it's fair or unfair, whatever you want to call it, he's guilty on those two charges that he was found to be guilty on.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. That's whether you like it or not. I don't fucking like it. I'm going to just be real. Like, I don't like it. After seeing everything that came out with the evidence, after watching all of the videos, I was unplugged from a lot of the testimonies, but I plugged back in for those videos. After reading the text messages that were sent back and forth between Jonathan and Grace, after looking at some of the things that went down with Grace, with her being knocked out in the middle of the bathroom closet, supposedly, while texting her friend while Jonathan Majors is banging to get in the door, like all of that stuff just really seemed like, yeah, you know what? He might not be the best apple in the bunch, but the dude's not a criminal. This just seems like a fucked up relationship that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, when it comes down to the letter of the law, that is what it is. And it's something that like my mama used to harp on me all the time when she saw me hanging out with a certain group of folks, not folks that look like me, but she saw me hanging out with a bunch of white folks. I'm gonna keep it real here tonight. When I was hanging out with a bunch of white folks in high school, my before Obama got elected, because dude, we might We might get canceled. Like we might get canceled tonight because like I lost some friends after Obama got elected. I lost some white friends, bro. To be
Jesus.
quite frank, I lost all my white friends. To be quite frank, that was tight. We ain't want tight like that no more. And because we had beef and nothing to said anything. It's just how it happened. But either way, my mom's used to be like, Kendall, you can't get away with the same things that they get away with. You
True.
can't hang out with them the way that you want to hang out with them. Yeah, they may be your friend, but you will get treated differently at a certain aspect. And it's not just those friends. She said that about my black friends too. It's just watch who you hang out with, who you associate with. In this case with Jonathan Majors, this is the perfect case of watching out with who you associate with. Because even though you may not be a criminal, even though you may be innocent, at the end of the day, you're going to face some consequences for the people that you're around sometimes. And in this case, who he surrounded himself around, who he decided to call his girlfriend, made this thing go down. Now, look, I've brought up race already. And you know what? I don't need to make this about race because guess what, Justin?
Everybody else is.
For March 25th, from the time he was arrested, this has been about race. Race has been in this shit. And not the discussion around it has been about race. That's not what we're saying. The criminal justice system, the history of a black man and a white woman, whether dating, whether not dating, whether solicited, whether unsolicited, that whole fucking history from the time the criminal justice system has been in place to now has never boded well in the favor of the black man, especially when a white woman is involved. And let's be real. We know that. That's not a secret.
That's not a secret. No.
No.
And
I had that thought going through my mind when I was driving down the road. I was like, we know this. How can Jonathan be like, the biggest thing that a lot of black women are saying right now, messing with those type of women? We all know this, but guess what? Jonathan Majors looking at the video, he knew that shit too. Jonathan Majors looking at how he tried to act, by like from what my eyes, looking to really get away from the situation, looking to keep her in the car, looking to run away from it, because he knew at any rate, this crying white woman, he's gonna get arrested and get his hands cuffed. and lo and behold, that's what the fuck happened in his own apartment. So it's what Jonathan didn't want to happen because he knew. We see those Coretta Scott King messages or the audio clip where he's asking her to be like a Coretta Scott King and hold him down. I get what you're trying to say, but you shouldn't be saying it to her, brother.
I'll be honest. I still don't get what he was trying to say there because that shit was a whole bunch of dumb shit.
Right. From the Michelle Obama. I mean, I expect my wife to have the same type of mentality to where you hold me down. Now, Coretta's like those are extremes, but at the end of the day, those are wives, those are spouses that held their man down while they strove to do great.
Yeah, but there's not a level of narcissism that you will relate yourself to that one. You know what I'm saying?
No,
because the way he was putting that out there was straight narcissistic.
The way he said it was like that, but I wouldn't. The way he said it was like that, but at the end of the day, I get it. Like, even if you want to be that cocky, I still understand what he's saying. I still understand what he's getting at, even though he's cocky with it.
Yeah, I guess. For me, I still, bro, that was some. I get what he's saying, but that was some conceited shit. I'm holding my whole right. No, brother, you're not. No, brother, you're not.
At the end of the day, he was that far-fetched. Like, he was on the cusp of being that.
He was not generational. No.
He was on the cusp of being generational.
No.
Like, when you talk about somebody who, let's be real, Jonathan Majors ain't the best looking dude on camera. Like, he ain't the best, like the most, that he ain't the one that the ladies go crazy over. He wasn't getting Michael B. Jordan looks. He was getting looks like Chadwick Boseman was getting, as far as like off of your talent, off of what you can do on screen. That's what he was getting casted on. Now, was the dude a little crazy? Is the dude a little bit wonky in the head? Yes. Do you have to be wonky in your head to talk like that? Yes.
Whole
Kanye, I don't want to go that far because to me, like I said, it's not that far fetched. You know how many people look at their woman and be like, "You my Obama, you my Michelle Obama." Better yet, you my Beyonce. Men.
That's not in the way he's taking it, bruh.
Yeah, I think it was.
No, brother. No.
I definitely think it was. And not because he's doing great things. Like, at the end of the day, he's doing great things as an actor. He was on a certain trajectory as an actor. So when he said that to her, he's saying that to be like, you can't be out here acting like you're dating a B list. I mean, acting like you're dating a C list or D list actor, because at the end of the day, we're trying to get to a certain level that ultimately she wasn't able to help him achieve. That ultimately,
that's 100% true. But where does personal responsibility come into that? Where you're like, okay, this girl needs to be gone.
That's what I'm about to get to, and this is where,
okay, yeah, because this
is where I hold him accountable, because, like I said earlier, the whole thing where your parents always talk about watch who you chilling out with, watch who you hanging out with, because those consequences may fall down onto you. This is exactly what he got. All right, like he's found guilty on these 2 charges, even though, to be real, I don't see this man as a criminal. In my eyes, I don't think he's a criminal, but he now has a criminal record.
Yeah,
he's now lost not just his endorsements, not just his movies that was coming up, but the biggest fucking profile that he was about to get in his whole career, that was pretty much gifted to him after he killed one role. It was gifted to him. The keys to a franchise, the keys of at the time, a $1 billion movie maker that was constantly churning out billions and billions and billions of dollars for their studio. He lost that. So all that to say, yeah, I'm fucking pissed that he's found guilty. I mean, I would have loved him to be innocent, especially after seeing those videos. But it's just the same old shit, just a different day. This is the probably 7 billionth example in United States history of this shit playing out. Of you instantly being the victim. Like, no, I don't want to get into nobody saying this or anything like that, but it seemed like it was just as much of an equal amount of assault going on.
100%.
But Jonathan Majors ain't the one up there with the light complexion crying on stand. He's not the one. He's not the one that gets that preferential treatment from police officers when they come to the scene. He's not the one that gets the benefit of the doubt from people who are out there investigating, people who are out there putting out charges, from the media that's out there covering this stuff.
And it doesn't help that he got like one of the worst group of lawyers out there, bro. The lawyers did him no justice.
I don't even want to start on those lawyers, because I feel like I didn't follow the trial enough to really say that like they dropped the ball. But I tell you what, Tina, she's saying the lawyers dropped the ball.
I mean,
and she's following this shit to another T. So if they out here dropping the ball, then But that's my rant on just the trial in itself. Look, the trial lasted way too long. It was a fucking assault.
Way too long.
This shit lasted way too long. The jury took way too, like, the whole deliberation shit. I knew he was gonna be found guilty whenever they had to deliberate that long. Shit lasted way too long. Tina be knowing. But Justin, I had to, get my piece out, because at the end of the day, I'm hot about it. I mean, I'm not pissed, but I do feel a certain type of way about it, because no matter how like written in black and white I knew this conclusion was going to be, this still always hits in a certain way, just because, like, you want to see your brothers win. You want to see people look like you win. And like at the end of the day too, like I was really hoping that he'd get to stay on as Kang, even if he was found guilty. It just, things just don't always go in our favor. But Justin, the floor is yours.
I mean, for me, it's a little bit different because I was done with Kang anyway. I wasn't in love with the character to begin with. He was putting great performances though. The finale to Loki, if they wanted to keep Kang, I was like, okay, that's fine with him. But I was still not in love. I was getting very gassed out and tired of all this bullshit with the trial, because it was 1 week it looks good, the next week it looks bad, this next day it looks bad again. Oh my God, he's stopping some fight. Oh my God. It was getting exhausting. It's kind of like, bro, are you going to be Kang or not at this point? So for me, I was over it anyways. But it is, first of all, it's, for me, we're going criminal charges, right? he has a record now.
Misdemeanors, but it's still a record.
Like, it's still a record, but you have fucking Ezra Miller out there. I mean, yeah, his career's fucked, but he didn't get charged, did he? Amber Turd she did nothing to deserve like
civil lawsuit. It was a civil lawsuit that she was in, so that was different. She didn't get criminal charges.
Yeah, but it's just, to me, it feels more so like an Amber Heard, Johnny Depp type shit. So for him to get charged is kind of crazy to me. Ezra he got found guilty. Okay, then I stand corrected. But it does piss me off that he got charged for this shit when they were both fucking around with each other in weird ways. Whether it was the video of her approaching him and he just walking by, the weird ass conversation that they were having where he's talking about the Michelle Obama shit. It altogether was a manipulative, bad relationship that just needed to turn the next page. And look, for him to get charged for that is just stupid to me.
And here's the thing: there's thousands, maybe millions of those relationships happening right the fuck now.
100%.
Right the fuck 100%. Now. And you know, I'm not making it about race, but this shit's been about race because the criminal justice system is fucked up and has been since the beginning of its time as a criminal justice system. Dude, Jonathan Majors treated a black girl like this, wouldn't be here. We would we wouldn't be here. One, because as much slack as Meg Thee Stallion gets from what she did, from that whole Tory Lanez shit, a lot of people forgot she didn't call the police. But
yeah, I know.
She would have told the police that he had a gun.
She would have never said a word if no one got shot or anything.
Exactly.
Like
that. And the reason why is because she knows what the criminal justice system would do to Tory Lanez, and that's exactly what they did to him because he is now behind bars.
Yeah, but as V just said, that's why I don't feel bad for Majors though. He gonna be all right. At the end of the day, gonna be all right.
Majors is gonna be all right, but I mean, he's gonna be all right. Now, will he bounce back? No. I mean, you think about people like Columbus Short. Columbus Short was he was ascending. Columbus Short on Scandal was going up, up, and up. But then you know what? I don't even remember exactly what the fuck Columbus Short.
He started talking a whole bunch of shit though. That's what I remember. He kind of went crazy.
His shit went downhill, and now he's on Tubi movies. Now I don't think.
Wait, we're talking like Kanye level. That was him, low key.
He
kind of went Kanye before Kanye.
You see, I thought he went Kanye after he got let go.
No, they let him go because he was going a little Kanye.
He was going crazy.
Yeah. But then again, he's on Tubi movies. He's still making money.
It's Tubi. It's Tubi. And if we're looking at Jonathan Majors and his career, at the end of the day, I want Jonathan Majors' career to come back to where it was. We were about to watch a top tier career of an actor just take off. Like really just take the fuck off.
Columbus Short was on Scandal. Hi, Amy, how are you?
Yeah, he was on Scandal. And that's what I'm talking about. Like he was on he was ascending. Like he was going to be that dude on Scandal. Like, but then just goes down here, you can't bounce back. Yeah, but you're a rapper. You're a rapper. It's not being
the comparison is not good with like a rapper or R. Kelly compared to him, because music is a lot different than having to be what's the word, Kendall? Auditioned, called, and be it's good. It's a lot.
Having to make sure you don't take any roles that may portray your relationship.
Put it in perspective. Yeah. We all still listen to Michael Jackson.
I definitely still listen to Michael Jackson.
Exactly. So
I
still listen to R. Kelly.
You still listen to R. Kelly?
I mean,
you'd be listening to like Bump and Grind. You'd be listening to like, you'd be listening to like sex songs.
Hell no.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't be listening to R. Kelly sex songs. I'll listen to R. Kelly.
But
Like I'll listen to
I
Step in
will
the
listen
Name
to
of Love.
Step in the Name. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like Step in
I'll
the Name
listen
of
to
Love.
that.
Yeah, but you want to talk about like my Jeep shit, bro? You can't do it no more. That's just because the image gets tarnished to a certain point.
Yeah.
And we'll get into this right now. When it comes to what Marvel did to dropping him as Kang the Conqueror, I mean, like that's basically what we're getting into. Is his future. When it comes to what Marvel did to dropping him as Kang the Conqueror, throughout this whole trial, just myself, hands back, you know, just looking at this shit from a Eagles perspective, if you will.
Is that
I
what
thought,
you're saying because my boy just threw an interception or what?
Hey, perfect timing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it here. I didn't think that he was gonna have to be let go because it just didn't feel like people were paying enough attention to this fucking trial to even warrant that. Like it just didn't feel like the things that he had done on camera, you know, him. It just didn't feel like it was going to warrant him being let go. It's been since March 25th. That's at this point, that is 9 months coming up. They've had this time to do their own investigation. I know they had their time to do their own dirt digging.
Mm-hmm.
I know they had their time to, you know, talk to people around them. I know they had time to look at their options. It's out there because there are options.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we have to remember this one thing. Jonathan Majors was not originally cast to be Kang the Conqueror. They saw Jonathan Majors on the set of Loki and they pivoted all of this shit to be centered around him. Jonathan Majors' next movie, Council of the Kang Dynasty, really wasn't set to come out until like the 2025 or even later than that. I think like 2026, 2027 really wasn't set to come out to then. So you have that much time between the end of his trial until then to get him back into place. So to be real, I've been team just keep Jonathan Majors. I've been team he's good. Like I'm fine with watching it. Dude, we watched Loki. I didn't see like Loki. Jonathan Majors didn't impact Loki in a negative way, other than Victor Timely's stutter, which wasn't his fault.
Which was a part of the character.
Which was a part of the character. That was the case, right? So I've been on the point of look, he's not a criminal. Yes, he put this woman back. Like he might have tried to physically put her back in the car, but it just seemed like a messed up relationship that they shouldn't have been in the whole way. He would be okay. He would have stayed fine as Kang. However, now that he is found guilty, bro.
Let me hear that. However, bro.
Now that he is found guilty, now that all of this stuff did come out during the trial, not just from that video, you got people on social media roasting him for running around like a free slave.
I'm sorry, that shit is funny as hell though.
My man was running around looking like he was looking for Harriet Tubman.
I'm not gonna lie. She's impressive too.
She's impressive too. That
woman was chomping in some hills.
You got two premium athletic people running in that situation, and they may be drunk. So it's like they just gonna keep going. And both of them trying to prove they're right, like both of them trying to prove a point. They're just gonna keep going. But at the end of the day, too much dirt came to light.
Yes.
Too much dirt came to light for them to feel comfortable with doing this. Now, we have to remember what time period we're in right now. You know what time period we're in right now?
What's that?
I'm offended by every fucking thing time period.
That is true.
So, if there was something that went on, everything in this trial, there was something for somebody to be offended of. All right, whether it be whether it just be the relationship in itself, the abusive nature of this relationship, not physically, but like mentally and emotionally abusive nature of this relationship that was being gone from both sides. When you think about the manipulation that Jonathan Majors tried to throw out there at her when he's talking about killing himself.
I mean, that was some manipulative shit though.
How did they say
crazy.
How did they say it? Deleting himself? When he talked about deleting himself?
Self-deletion is
self-deletion.
Yes.
When you have those things out there, when you have, like I said, this video of him just running, you have that whole, I think it's just a hit piece of an article that Rolling Stone put out there, but people are still kind of attaching themselves to say, well, he did something to his previous ex. You just got a whole bunch of questions swirling around this. And then on top of that, Megan Good, like, I don't believe it either.
Hey, look.
I don't believe it. You have to,
Look.
I believe Michael Jackson. I believe those are Michael Jackson's kids more than I believe that Megan Good and Jonathan Majors are actually together. The dude, I don't even think the dude really, if the dude wanted a sister, he would have got a sister. And from the jump. I'm just saying.
No, bro. No. That's not a good. No,
look,
that's
either
not
way,
fair.
Either way, too much of this stuff came out. Too much of this stuff came out. And as much as I said, you know what, it's a nothing but keep him. He's not a criminal. He's not doing too bad. Like, it's at the end of the day, the roads come to an end. Not only where is the MCU in midland right now, like absolute mid. Like, honestly, bro, people don't even know what mid is. Half the people out here that says mid doesn't even know what mid is. And to be real, when I say that, Star Wars ain't mid. It's trash. It's boof.
It's dog shit. What the fuck you mean?
DC ain't mid. It's trash. It's boof. Marvel is almost at the point to where they're no longer even fucking mid, to where they're damn near trash almost.
Mm-hmm.
And we're about to get Echo. So just I had to throw that out there. So with that being said, cut your fucking losses is the right thing to do. 100%. That being said, like, moving on from Jonathan Majors at this point is the right thing to do. Now, just like him being found guilty, that shit hurts, bro. I've been you know how many Kang the Conqueror, and we'll get into this because it might not mean Kang the Conqueror is over and over, but you know how many Kang the Conqueror scripts I got, like ideas, videos, shits I've got, things that I posted.
Time to crumble them up.
Light them James on fire, put them in the box, light them on fire, say goodbye. At the end of the day, it doesn't seem like any of that stuff is happening anymore. At least we know with Jonathan Majors. So, dude, first I do want to say thank you to Jonathan Majors for giving us that Loki experience in season 1 and in season 2. That was an awesome experience when you playing that character, bro. Jonathan Majors, you're not watching, but I'm just acting like I'm talking to you. That was an awesome experience watching you do that shit.
Get it out, brother. Get it out.
You getting on the Comic-Con. My man's got on the Comic-Con stage when he was announced as Kang for Ant-Man 3. And you remember when he got out there? I don't know if you remember, but he was out there. He was like, oh,
he was enjoying himself. It looked like he was one of us out there.
Yeah, those were moments, bro. Like, when I saw him out there doing that, I got excited. It wasn't no Shakuti or Woozy coming out in the actual high evolutionary suit, but it was a show that was put on. There will be conquering. Yeah, that's what he said. There will be conquering. So I just want to say thank you to Jonathan Majors for giving us those moments. But at the end of the day, we could have got way better. We could have really ascended with this Kang the Conqueror character, because I do feel like they were starting to work out some of the kinks that they'd done with him. Like some of the wrongs that they put in there. I feel like they were actually going to right the ship. But now we know that the ending of Loki was actually
the end.
It was actually their decision. Like, they knew what they were going to do before the end of this trial.
Oh, yeah. And didn't we say it?
Yeah.
Didn't we say it?
Found not guilty. Even if he was found out guilty, at this point, I have to believe that he would have been let go. Because to me, the charges aren't that far off from not guilty, considering what he was charged with, what he was facing and alleged of doing. To have those charges be reckless assault to the 3rd degree.
No, I will say if he got
from where he was,
if he got not guilty today on everything, I think they keep him. But they'll probably rush the ending. But I think they'd keep him. They kept him this fucking long. They knew what the charges were. Why would you just wait for a not guilty to release him then? That makes zero sense to me. I think they were literally just like, we know there's a high chance of this being guilty. Let's have this press release already ready. Cut our losses. No one, and we'll probably talk about this soon. No one's really fucking vibing with the character anyway. Why are we gonna Just cut the losses now.
Wait. Can we stop this narrative though? That nobody was vibing with the character,
bro. You were loving.
Can we stop this narrative that nobody was vibing with the character? Because out of that debauchery of a movie, Ant-Man 3,
that's why no one was vibing.
What everybody was saying, what everybody was throwing out there was, wait a minute, Jonathan Majors is actually killing it as Kang.
He was killing it.
So,
but that's different from saying the character. We were vibing with Jonathan Majors.
Yeah,
it's not the character.
So, but there was a narrative that he was cooked. Like, there's just like that throwing it out there is like, yo, that's how
he was not cooked.
That's how I'm taking it, as far as like, yo, it was time to move on from. Nah, bro, because at the end of the day, every time outside of Ant-Man 3 that we saw Jonathan Majors on screen, it was back on. It was just that movie. It was back on though. They could have easily at any point of any time, even when you just heard his voice in episode 1 of Loki season 1, the presence of Kang was there. And it was something that they were able, I think, to be able to build on. I think it was going to be something they were going to be able to make better. And to have, by the time we even get to the Kang's next appearance, that whole Ant-Man 3 shit would have been just washed out of people's mouths. Just from where, I mean, I'm gonna just be real. Nobody's rewatching Ant-Man 3.
No one is
watching Loki.
People are gonna rewatch Loki, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, people are rewatching Loki because
it was fire. But it's not just it's not that Majors was bad. It was that the character was boring as fuck.
No
one was vibing with
on just Ant-Man 3.
He is not carrying the villain torch as they're saying they want him to be the next Bane villain.
But when did that happen?
He is nothing. That's why they made all these movies for him.
I'm saying because I'm gonna be real, people were hyped up until Ant-Man 3. Yeah. Up until that one movie. So the whole notion of like, we should have just been doing Doom in the first place, or the whole notion of like people were hyped for this Kang to come after Loki season 1. People were hyped for whatever the hell they were going to be doing with Kang the Conqueror.
Marvel was hyped too. Yeah.
So when it comes to like, I know Ant-Man 3 left a sour taste in people's mouth, but it wasn't Kang that did. Like, that wasn't Kang that left that sour taste in people's mouth. Even when he got drug off by ants and defeated them and came back out there and then it wasn't even to that point. The point that pissed people off with Kang was when Hope Van Dyne came back and blasted him and he bumped into that dang old multiversal engine and got sucked into it.
Some stupid shit.
Like, and then it was that post-credit scene with the Council of Kangs. It just felt weird.
It was
weird. Declining. But you know how much of a bounce back he had in Loki? Just off. He wasn't even in a suit. Like my man's wasn't even in a suit.
But Kendall, you weren't even feeling it until the last episode.
I wasn't feeling what? Him.
You weren't feeling Victor Timely.
Victor Timely was a mess, but even then I saw how he was doing in the episode. Come on, you don't remember me breaking it down and talking about when he hit that note, when I was like, when he hit that key, you could even still
what note?
When he was giving this presentation, when the people were calling him a fraud or whatever, he was giving this presentation at the World Fair. I'm like, my man's is still asserting like, he still got that Kang in him.
And then immediately you were done with it because we went through that stupid whole section where they run around in a little circle. Then we had you were over the talk. You got hyped again when you're like, okay, I see the dog in him when he dropped what's-her-face Renslayer off of the boat. Then you went through emotions, Kendall.
But even then, though, what I'm getting at is just the trajectory of, okay, let's look at it this way. Season 1 of Loki, he's up here.
Season 1, he's up here.
Well, yes. Just as far as my camera goes. Season 1 of Loki, he's up here. Ant-Man 3, he goes like back down to here.
He's probably further than that.
Nah, I don't think so. Because it's just the performance and who. So then you look at Loki episode 1 before you even see his face and you hear that recording. That thing starts to creep up. Victor Timely, He left it level. He left it level the whole, and then like maybe
level,
maybe episode 5, you drop it down a little bit, right? But then you get to He Who Remains in the final season finale. And I think this is where a lot of people was like, and that season finale with Jonathan Majors and He Who Remains. That's when you really start to look at it and be like, damn, he might be able to just overtake this trial. Because
I mean, that's when we were like, if they can't recast, that's when me and you're like, no, they can't recast.
Trajectory of Kang,
it's too good.
That trajectory of Kang started going up. So all that to say, Kang wasn't like the Kang storyline wasn't cooked just because of one bad movie.
No, it's because they poorly wrote him. Period.
In that one movie.
That's all he's been in.
But no, that's not all he's been in, because I just described 2 seasons.
Two seasons that he's in for a total of.
And then that last season that I just described, I mean, he was in that finale. He's probably got more screen time on Loki outside of even being Victor Timely. Like, not even being Victor Timely, he's probably got more screen time on Loki than what he got. And
no,
that whole season finale was Victor Time was the whole season finale episode of season 1 was pretty much him. Was pretty much Jonathan Majors. And then you look at that season finale, he had like maybe 15 minutes. So when you look at actual screen time,
I don't think it's actual screen
time,
he's had more.
Is probably if it's not more Loki, then it's goddamn like right here. Then it's goddamn.
He was in a lot of.
No, he wasn't.
Ant-Man. Yes, he was.
He didn't show up in Ant-Man until the post. He was in there in the opening scene, and then after that, it was like post an hour and 30 minutes into the movie until he came in Ant-Man.
Well, I'm not gonna really comment on that because I haven't watched that movie since.
I went back and rewatched it like a month ago, and it was You do have to get through like an hour and a half before you see Kang after that opening scene. But all that to say, like I said, what they were able to do in Loki, that character wasn't cooked, that storyline wasn't cooked, because I think they were really saw their errors in what they did in Ant-Man 3, and they're really ascending this man up. Now, I say that to say, like, that all sounds good and nice, but I know in the real world, they already had plans to ditch him, because that explains why that finale went so hard. That explains why it slapped the way it did. So with that being said, like, I don't think they should have done this. I don't think they should have moved on from him. I think, one, if you know your audience, your male audience, like, I don't know who they think actually watches comic book shit. Like, and shout out to Amy, like, shout out to all of like our female nerds. But I'm gonna be real, like, my metrics are proof. Like 91% of my viewers are men. I'm gonna be real, like, majority of, even when women come to watch Marvel movies in theaters, a lot of times they're accompanying their boyfriend or there's this other significant other. So that being said, to know your audience, you can know that, like, there would be a good group of men that actually support you keeping them in place. That actually be like, you know what, this is a breath of fresh air, because we know that he's been through his dirt and he's been dragged through this stuff. But at the end of the day, y'all looked out for him. To me, it would have been a W to keep Kang, to keep Jonathan Majors. And that might be a hot take, but
yeah, it's a little bit of a hot take.
Well, we brought up Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I mean, they both got written. Johnny Depp got Shrub canceled. Amber Heard now is written out of a trash movie anyway, so you might be doing her a favor. Bitch ass Ezra got to fulfill his whole duty, but now it's gonna be.
You think about like the actual like vibe around Johnny Depp actually winning his defamation trial. There's a weird group of men, and it's very kind of silent. There's a real group of men who are actually cheering that on, who saw that as a win. So
everyone was cheering Johnny Depp on. Even ladies were cheering his ass on.
And I think in this case, a lot of people were cheering Jonathan Majors on to beat this shit. And even if he didn't, and even if, you know, to keep him in place, to keep him in his role, like, it just would have been dope. Now, it is what it is. He's gone, and I get why they let him go. But it would have been a damn W to keep him. It would have been a W to keep him in my eyes. Like it would definitely wouldn't, because I mean, again, he did not do any damage to Loki.
He didn't do any damage to Loki.
He did not
As
do
I
any
said,
damage.
any character damage that has been done is because of, as Veed, I think, was saying, soft ass writing. They made him soft.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not on him. But to me, like, I'll speak for myself. My interest level in Kang has been gone for a while. I couldn't care less about him. He's been boring.
And that was
He's had Ant-Man. Oh, that was for sure after Ant-Man.
Was it before Ant-Man at all?
I mean, we only had 5 minutes of him.
And more like 30, but
okay, it was like 30, but I was like, okay, that's cool, but okay. Then we got
which is way more than what you got with Thanos before Infinity War.
But Thanos,
I don't want to.
You're starting it.
I don't want to get into it, but
because he was cold. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree with chilling here. Like it's to me, it's like men just getting a W. Men I don't want to sound like that because I know at the end of the day, like, yo, men are fucked up. I know at the end of the day, we need to be out here protecting our women more as men.
And not only that, we also don't know everything. There's
we don't know everything.
Shit we're not privy to as regular people that didn't get to be in that courtroom.
Yeah. But no, it's just it is more of a like it would have been nice to just see this man get a win, especially black man, but just a man in general. It just would have been nice to see this man get a win in this time.
I feel you, but for me, I'm just like, at the end of I've had the same mentality on it. If he's innocent, he's innocent. If he's guilty, then okay, well,
in my eyes,
if he's guilty, he's not gonna be Kang at that point. That's where I've been. And he's guilty. He's guilty, so he's not Kang. That's all. This shit has been dragged on too much. There's been so much weird shit about it. He's over here stopping 15-year-old girls from fighting.
Which
he's
I
over
think
here
was real.
Running
which I absolutely think was real at this point.
Who gives a fuck? Why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it? That's the biggest, because he's a dumbass.
And but even if that's when you need to sue your fucking lawyers for letting that get out, because that just looked creepy and weird.
Dude,
and then you're over here running for miles, looking like making yourself a damn meme because we can follow you through every camera in New York fucking city. Not to mention, brother, you're talking to her about being the Michelle, keeping herself together. Motherfucker, why are you out at 2:30 a.m. without any type of fucking bodyguard or anything? Come on, man. Come on, self-preservation. Kendall.
Kendall move a little bit differently.
Okay, you move a little bit differently, but you're over here lecturing her about how you need to hold my brand too. Brother, you know how valuable you are. Mm-hmm. Take little steps. Why the fuck are you out at 2:30 a.m. with no bodyguard, taking a fucking Uber? That's some stupid shit. That's asking for some dumb shit to happen.
Where he came from, though?
Huh?
Did they ever say where he came from?
No, it don't matter. Why?
No, it does matter.
Any type of posse. Without any type of posse.
Well, you slide back with his shorty, bro. Like, I mean,
You're too valuable for that.
I hear what you're saying. I hear where you're coming from, but like that shit's not even that wild to me. Like that, like the fact that he's by himself. Like, because he's with his girl, like the fact that he's with his girl, he's by himself, like that just, there's a lot of times where you're fine.
Nah, bro.
There's a lot of times, especially actors, because it's not like actors are ball players. It's not like actors are rappers. It's not like he's got ties, like he's in the hood.
There's fucking gamers that go out nowadays and they got bodyguards with them. He's Kang the fuck. Again, man, he's over here lecturing the fuck out of this woman.
Tom Cruise with a bodyguard.
How many times do you see Tom Cruise out?
Facts. You know what?
Fuck you mean?
You know what? We wouldn't have seen Jonathan Majors out if his girl was actually holding him down.
Stop.
What he wanted her to.
Well, don't have your fucking like if you're gonna be out that late. My issue is where is his manner of self-preservation? Come on,
His
you are
manner of
preaching this.
His manner
You are
of
preaching this shit.
His manner of self-preservation kicked in when he tried to get out the car and run.
That's on him.
And like that's what I'm saying. Like he knew he was playing with fire. Let's go back to what I said at the beginning. Jonathan Majors, just like everybody else in this country, knew what would happen if something were to come up with this girl. He knew it, they knew it. That's why he ran. That's why he reacted the way he did. That's why he didn't want to break into his own apartment. That's why he did all this stuff with the police to get to her, because he knew exactly what happened. And guess what?
Bro, this is a certain level of John Morant type shit, bro.
And no matter what he
dumb
did,
shit.
No, all right, no, come on.
What? It's John. You're telling me right now, John Morant should not have some security shit. He should be having security shit.
John Morant needs less security. John Morant needs.
He has no security.
No, bro, his posse is his security, and they were the ones. They were the same ones who put that laser out when he was riding out in Indiana. And they was the one who
that was not a hired security. Those are just his brothers from where he came from.
That's his posse.
He needs security. You're again, dude. This is my issue, man. You're preaching. You are this important. You need to be securing yourself if you believe you are that important. Come on. There's so many levels of just stupidity that are ringing throughout this whole entire situation. Not just from the dumb woman that he's with.
Mm-hmm.
Him too. He's being stupid. He's being careless. And I think it is crazy that you're going to lecture somebody about holding you down and making smart decisions when you're just doing this. You're treating like, come on, bro.
I don't think it's that crazy because
you're the money maker.
I don't think it's that crazy for him to be lecturing her on that, because that's what he tried. Like that's
I'm not saying it's that crazy. I'm not saying it's crazy. I'm saying it's crazy to say all that, but you're not doing anything to help you out. I mean, this is after the Creed 3 shit. This is after him being in the first part of. Mm-hmm. He knew his deals, but and dude, again, he's over here.
It's not. At the end of the day, he thought he was in a safe space. At the end of the day, he thought he was good. Now, like
2:30 in New York.
2:30 in New York with his girl. You know how late I've been out with my wife? Like, people be out one-on-one with their shorty on the way home from the club, on the way home from the social function. 2:30 on the way to the crib with your shorty is not that wild. It is not that. It was not that.
I love you. I love you so much, bro. Look, I love you so much, bro. But you're not Jonathan Majors.
But look, I'm looking at this from a perspective of like, bro, like that is not a.
I mean, that's how we lost XXX.
That is not like a far-fetched thing. It is not like him. I don't view that as being irresponsible. Now, like if we were talking about him walking like into a club at 2:30 in the morning, and he ain't had no security, no posse around, and like you don't like that's one thing. But my man's just on his way home. He's on his way to his apartment with somebody that he felt like was supposed to ride or die, hold her down, ride or die, wouldn't be no issue. But they're in a toxic relationship. So yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the toxic relationship is what's on him more so than anything else. Is him being in that relationship in the first place is what's the worst part. Like that's his loss. That's his, because he didn't know how to cut that shit off. And maybe it's because he could manipulate him.
Fucking Amy, dude. It's true though.
It does, like it really
but
does.
Like I still that will be my hang up. There's no getting past that.
I'm not like
there's some.
I don't know. I can't put responsibility on him for being out there like that, but I can put responsibility on him for just being, like I said, you hang around certain people, you got to face the consequences whether you did anything wrong or not, and that is where he is at. It's like if he was around somebody that wasn't as wilding as Grace Jabbar, he could be out at 2:30 at night with no security, and we would have never heard about anything like this because may not gotten to that level because it wouldn't be that toxic. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
I mean, it wouldn't be. I mean, let's be real. If he was with his sister, it probably would not have happened. None of this would have been come to light.
I'm gonna be real too. I mean, there's plenty of white women out there that wouldn't have let this shit go down the way.
Oh, there's plenty of there's but that's on him for picking and choosing this woman. And you again, to me, another thing, if you have to have this
Ubers are like, bro,
I'm not sleeping on no, I am not sleeping on Ubers.
He probably got that Uber that you just gotta scroll all the way
Uber
down.
Deluxe.
It's not even the Uber Deluxe shit, bro. It's not even the Uber Deluxe shit. It's like some other next level shit that you gotta be invited to get on Uber. That's probably
I'm not hating on Uber,
type of shit
but to not be rolling with somebody again, you're this important as he has claimed himself. Why are you not backing yourself up?
You didn't feel the need to, bro.
That is some dumb shit on his part.
He didn't feel the need to. He didn't feel the need to. And like I said, I won't hold him accountable for not having people with him at 2:30 when he's on the way to the crib with his shawty. I mean, to be real, he might have been trying to do something with his shawty in the car that he in the car with in the first place. Like I'm not gonna get,
bro, because then that's a lawsuit right there, man. That is some crazy thinking.
I'm not gonna get on him. You know, I threw that last part in there just for the fun shit.
I know you did, but like even then, he's too famous to get away with that.
I doubt it. All that takes is
you don't have to pay somebody.
I'm gonna say all that takes is like
pocket. But no, you know how easy somebody can talk. Come on now, look.
What
is he gonna get it crazy?
What damage would that do for them to talk about him getting some fellatio in the
none
Uber?
None.
That would do no.
That would have been honestly. That publicity would have been easy. We wouldn't be talking about him being fired and shit.
You're in New York, and literally everyone has a camera on them 24/7. This is suspect. Who called the Uber? Well, first of all, Jonathan probably called the Uber to go home. Like, let's be real, bro. Like, bro, you gotta get to your crib.
I mean, to me, why is this is a legit question? Why is the Uber thing kind of like a big deal? Because to me, like, whoever called the Uber doesn't matter, right?
Celebrities take Ubers, bro. Celebrities take Ubers. I guarantee you that Uber still probably costs them like a good like $700. 2:30 at night, probably peak time. Probably had the top of the line Uber shits.
Yeah, it's just stupid to me.
Uber. But you know what's crazy? He didn't even cause a scene. I don't even think him running through the street even caused a fucking scene.
I mean, apparently I didn't see the whole thing, but apparently he was pushing her back in. I mean, I'm sure she was
put it back in the car. Is that what you're getting at?
Some shit like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Going on like
he was trying to.
I mean, that's kind of a scene right there.
He was trying to pick up, get it back in the car. But I mean, I'm talking about scene like we don't got cell phone video of any of this shit going down. Only video we got of this is from surveillance cameras.
Well, there's video then.
Well, no, I'm just saying like it's not to me a scene is people out there with their cell phones record. To me, a scene is him breaking up that fight. Like that's to me like what a scene is. Even the fact that they're running down the street, I ain't see nobody with their phones outside the windows recording. Like it just then the closest thing they made to a scene was when she came across like those three strangers out there on the sidewalk, and she started talking to them, and then Jonathan Majors walked by and the little buddy.
Oh yeah, she was for real causing a scene right there, like for real.
Yeah,
but to me, it's just still. I still think the whole situation is a scene.
Yeah, it's like I said, at the end of the day, man, I don't know. I can't tell you how many things I just wish I could just show to my son. God, look, bro. Just look at these people. Look at all these people that have some things going for them. Look at all the things going. Look at all these people that had things going for them. All right, you want to know one that's going to get me in trouble? Tiger Woods. He was out that late without security.
Like, why the fuck was he driving? He's fucking Tiger Woods.
Oh, because he
knew he was drinking.
Well,
he knew he was drinking. Like, come on.
He had an argument with a certain person.
His wife.
Yeah,
say it.
Chris Brown still have a career. He'll be just fine. Chris Brown
should have had some security.
Chris Brown's career is nothing compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, true.
Not a damn thing. And that's what's going to happen with Jonathan Majors. It's going to be nothing compared. Now, I can say that, but then maybe 5-10 years from now, Jonathan Majors is still out there acting. He can bounce back. He can bounce back and come back and do his thing.
Fair, but
look, I know that's what I said. Look, I throw it out there, and it's so funny. But Tiger Woods is another one I put on that list to show to my kids.
I mean, he's still at least.
You want to know what I really want to think happened to Tiger
work.
Woods? Like, if there was ever anybody to be like the perfect get out candidate, like
stop.
Like if there was ever any, bro.
No, that would be one. That would be Will Smith.
No. Why?
Yes.
Whatever.
You telling me Jada's crazy ass is worse than anybody?
No, I'm talking about Get Out. I'm talking about Get Out, like the actual movie.
Yes.
Like the Get Out, like where they took your brain, where like they were.
Bruh, like, she hoodwinked this man to be okay with the entanglement. What are you talking about? Like, no.
She's not white.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm talking about the movie Get Out.
I get what you're saying, but she did it as a black woman. I'm gonna say it. She did it as a black woman.
But listen. Listen. This whole thing went down with Tiger Woods.
This man laughed at a joke and then slapped the shit out of Chris Rock for this bitch. That
doesn't mean he was in. That doesn't mean that he had his brain implanted in his head. That's not what that means.
I think so. I think so.
What I'm talking about is Tiger Woods running out of a house, running to get in a car, not being able to drive because of his foreign wife. Right now, check this. What was the whole purpose of them wanting to get in their whole body and get out in the first place? Not just to live longer, but to have like a peak body. So they can, my man's like, I'm an athlete. I can do this stuff. I can do this. You know who's the perfect candidate for that? That is Tiger Woods. He always has to wear a hat. He's in the golf circles. He has not been the same ever since that wreck because it's not the same mental brain in there. So I'm just saying, if there was one black celebrity candidate to be the perfect get out person, I wouldn't even go Kanye West. I'm going Tiger Woods because Tiger Woods is trying so hard to be normal. Tiger Woods has been trying so hard to be himself again, and he just can't be.
He can't. What do you, Kendall? What?
I'm just saying, Tiger Woods.
I don't know if you're trolling me right now.
No, like I'm just, bro. If there was one celebrity out there that you would have told me actually had to get out shit happen to him, it's Tiger Woods.
Kanye. It would be literally Kanye.
It's Tiger Woods.
No.
It's Tiger Woods.
It'd be Lamar Odom before Tiger Woods. What are we talking about?
Why would these get out people put themselves why would they put themselves in their brains and then go crazy like that? They wouldn't.
Kendall, I love you. I really do. You know you my boy. You know you my boy. But what is going on right now? Are you trolling me over Kanye? This man literally said he loves Hitler.
I am not saying just because you go crazy means that you got your brain replaced and get out. That is not what I'm saying at all. That is completely the opposite. Because if you got your brain replaced, you wouldn't be going that crazy in the spotlight. I think you're missing
Tiger. He wasn't trying to just be. He's still a golfer. He's an athlete.
Exactly. That the get out people wanted to get Tiger's body because they wanted to be a golfer like Tiger. They wanted to get out there and do their things like Tiger. That's what I'm trying to get at the whole time. They wanted to get out. That's why Tiger's a prime candidate. That's why Tiger is a prime candidate. That's why Tiger ain't out here going crazy in the first place, because that person in Tiger's head still wants to be a golfer.
No, he fucked his back up. The car crash fucked this man's back up.
That wasn't supposed to happen. What? That wasn't supposed to happen. He wasn't supposed to get out of the house in the first place. I'm confused
right now.
Because you're not following the get out analogy. You're looking at it from like me just saying people are crazy because you mentioned Lamar Odom, you mentioned wasn't it kind like you mentioned.
You're saying them taking the brain and trying to milk their talents or whatever.
Them taking
that basically what you're saying?
Yeah. And if somebody did that with Kanye West, we wouldn't have Kanye West out here getting himself canceled. We have Kanye West out here putting out mid rap albums, which he's actually doing anyway.
He does. He literally does. Anyway. And the funny part,
but the counseling thing would. But thank you, Lou. Lou sees what I'm talking about. When you talk about when you talking about somebody like Tiger, like why would somebody want to take Tiger Woods' body? Because it was a white man's goal to want to be the best golfer in the world, and he wanted to take Tiger's body to do that. So Tiger's wife got him in that basement. Tiger went running. She tried to use a golf club to knock Tiger out and get him back in the house so she could finish that whole ceremony. But then he wrecked. They got the body. They switched it out anyway. Tiger wears hats all the time. Tiger's hair is frayed. Like that shit's fraying.
He's old as shit.
Dude, Phil Mickelson is old as shit. At the end of the day,
doesn't mean
at the end of the day, he can't get his game back. He can't get his game back.
Because his body is not the same.
He would get outed. That is why. Tiger was cheating. That's why he was on top, bro.
Oh,
he was get outed. He was get outed, bro. And that's it. To me, that if there was a celebrity out there that got get outed, it's not Kanye West, it's not Lamar Odom, not Reggie Bush. It's Tiger Woods. Person that a lot of people wouldn't suspect, but it makes sense because what do white people love? They love to golf. What did it get under their skin the most? What man, look at that Tiger golf. If I had that body, if I had that physique, man, I'd be out there doing the damn thing. No, they get Tiger, they get his brain. Get his body, but they don't have the brain that Tiger had. They don't have that mentality that Tiger had. So yeah, while Tiger can get out there and bust a few swings off, he ain't putting it all together because, like my man Lou said, it's not the same Tiger. It's a different brain. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now, when it comes to the MCU, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was like some.
Are you trolling me right now?
It's a joke, but like.
Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ.
It's a joke. It's a joke, but it's kind of. It's a joke that is serious because at the end of the day, too, like, come on, you can't tell me that would make sense for them to target Tiger.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't at all.
Tiger. It doesn't make sense out of everything I just explained to you to target the most. To target.
Can we go to the next topic?
To target the man that was at the top of the game. To target this one man that's at the top of the game that's driving crazy.
Please, let's. No, it doesn't make sense.
Come on, it doesn't make sense to choose Tiger.
Oh fuck!
But it makes more sense to choose Kanye.
Yeah, because he has access to all the brothers.
Why would you be a rapper? Why would you? Thank you. This is all I'm saying.
Mac Miller, Eminem. Why would they want to be rappers? There's a whole bunch of them.
Thank you. But I'm saying, why would an old white man want to be a rapper? Like he wouldn't look up to Kanye. He would despise Kanye. That like most of the people that would want to do Get Out would despise Kanye. But most of the people that would want to do Get Out want to be great at golf, want to be the world's greatest golfer. And the thing they would believe the only thing that separates them and Tiger Woods is that body that Tiger Woods has. That being said, Tiger Woods is the most prime celebrity candidate out there to be kidnapped and have that Get Out transition put into him. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, hashtag coke in the weed. Hashtag coke in the weed. That's all I'm
saying.
That's obviously what's going on right now. I'm lost.
Thank you, Lou. Yeah. You see, look, Carl gets it. I know Carl gets it. Where the fuck was we going though?
Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know.
At the end of the day, Jonathan Majors is out of here. Where the fuck are we going next, Marvel? What is the next step for Marvel? Where is Marvel at right now? To ask myself this question, like, did this damage Marvel even more? Like, does this put people in a more sour place when it comes to Marvel? I haven't been on social media enough to answer this, Justin. But like, do you feel any worse about Marvel today than you felt before this? I don't think it is.
They're in a shit sandwich anyways. They were in a shit sandwich anyways. So it's like this This thing has been going on for so long that this ain't no fucking shock to anybody.
It's not.
So, like, why would we feel any different about Marvel today than we did the other day? We knew this was coming, probably.
If anything, people feel better about it.
Maybe because it means they're gonna have to make some major changes.
Now, look, one major change I don't think is happening. I don't think they're moving away from Kang. I think they're sticking with Kang, like through and through. Like we got the Variety article out there, them thinking like possibly transitioning to Doom. On surface value, that sounds cool, Justin.
Yeah. They need to slow down.
I would much rather them finish this shit out with Kang. Like if they were going to do this thing, we'll have Dr. Doom come in and switch in at the end. That's one thing, but like there's no room for Dr. Doom until Secret Wars, if you ask me.
I would rather them hold up and slow the process down, bring in all these other fucking great pieces of IP that they finally have access to, start connecting the dots, then do Kang. I mean, not Kang. Fuck Kang. Doom.
I'd rather them do. I think Kang was the perfect person to be the reason why the multiverse falls. Now, like when you think about what Dr. Doom's role is in Secret Wars, his role isn't even really a villain in Secret Wars. Dr. Doom's role in Secret Wars really is kind of just the anti-hero, the person that comes in and saves the multiverse at the end by taking the power of the Beyonders. You needed a reason for the multiverse to fall apart. You needed a reason for all these incursions to go down. Kang the Conqueror was that reason why. And I still think they just need to recast and continue to go on with that. Now, do you still do Kang Dynasty? Maybe not. Like maybe you do like whatever you're going to do in Kang Dynasty. Maybe you do that in like a different Avengers named movie, or you do that in like Shang-Chi. But I still, at the end of the day, I don't think they should move away from Kang. That would be the major L. Now, like I was thinking about it, Justin, of like the why would they do it? And I think the only reasons I could come up as to why they would continue with Kang, especially without Jonathan Majors, is one, it's like a kind of like, bro, like being a little bit of stubbornness, a little bit, like maybe a little bit of ego of continuing to see, like to get your story to work, like be like, no, throughout all this, we're still going to do Kang. We're still going to make Kang work. Kang is still going to be that guy. But then on top of that, I can't think of anything else as to why they should keep Kang. Now, that may sound weird because I'm sitting here preaching like continue with Kang, keep Kang, because I think that reason in itself of like you need to prove yourself, right? You need to kind of going down the line. You was on the right track. Like I think that is something that Marvel needs.
Yeah,
I think that win is something that Marvel needs. I think moving away to Doom is a cop out. Now, like, will we enjoy having Doom in there? Maybe, maybe not. But at the end of the day, like, I think it's a cop out. And the biggest fear is if you do put Doom in now, or if you put Doom in at any time before Secret Wars, Battle World, Doom is going to take losses himself too. And that was a brilliant thing with Kang the Conqueror. And what they were doing is like, yeah, you had all of these, the Council of Kangs out here, and we may see them lose more. But when you had the Beyonder Kang come into play, that was the end all be all, the big bad villain. And I still want to see that happen. I still want to see that go down. So like, as much as people shout Doom, I don't think Doom is the answer yet. I think you still need a villain. And like, that's the reason why Kang was really up here in the first place, is because like the incursions themselves aren't enough. You needed that villain. Like, yeah, could the incursions explain stuff? Yeah. But when you have like an actual villain who's out here treating time like children, we have one out here that's causing the multiverse to collapse. Like the pinpoint wants to be like, these are the people we need to defeat to save our multiverse. You needed that villain. And I think that's what Doom does. I don't know, but I mean, not Doom. I think that's what Kang the Conqueror does. I think just adding Doom in there will diminish Doom. I think just adding Doom in there without like making Doom be the purpose while the multiverse falls apart just doesn't work to me because Doom is too smart for that. Doom is an anti-hero in my mind. Like, yeah, he's the biggest villain. He's out there, but in my mind, a lot of cases, he is an anti-hero. He does what he does for Latveria. He does what he does, like, because he thinks he's right and he's taking the right path. So with that being said, I just much rather for them to continue to save Doom. I do think they were going to bring Doom at the end of Secret Wars and have him possibly be one of the ones to set up Battle World. So yeah, I just think that's through. But and I get it. Like Doom is better than Kang. Like I definitely get that. But for the story that you're telling, Doom isn't. Like for the trajectory that we're on, if you're going to tell me that you're going to transition into Doom being the reason why the multiverse falls apart, that to me is just that's not doing Doom right.
I think because I don't think you can do Doom yet. I think if you do it now, I would be more skeptical than happy. Because that to me just tells me y'all did a patch job and it's rushed. And we might be looking at some other shit where we're just kind of pissed off at what we get because, you know, they had to throw a quick audible. So I think you start to build things, build the scene up, give us a Shang-Chi, build the scene up with him, figure out what's going on with Doctor Strange. There's a lot of things they can do if they do not want to move into the replacing Kang and figuring it out that way. Which I would be down for, to be honest, because I just you know how I feel about Kang.
Yeah, and I do think like it does have like it if they recast Kang, you don't continue with these same plans.
It has to be quicker. It has to be way quicker. You can't build up a whole another like 3 years worth of shit with them.
Yeah, and you can't like the Council of Kang stuff, like dial that back a lot. Like again, like I said, Kang Dynasty doesn't need to happen. Now, the events of what would go down in Kang Dynasty needs to happen in my mind still, but like actually calling it Kang Dynasty, actually giving the villain like his own movie in that sense doesn't need to happen. It just doesn't need to happen to me. So like Amy said, like do the Beyonder, like do the Kang Beyond, like keep this thing going. I did see some people out there talking about Damson Idris for Kang. Hell no. Damson Idris is Black Panther to chop. That is like that's just straight up and down. My issue with this is like one of my issues, like who they gonna get to do that? Like who they gonna get to replace Jonathan Majors? Because not only do you have the issue of just meeting that caliber level, you have the issue of a brother stepping up to take another brother's spot. Taken away from him in this manner. Now, like I think you'll get a lot of insight if another Black man steps up and takes this role quickly. I think that gets a lot of insight on just how the industry may be feeling about Jonathan Majors. We did get one shout out of support throughout this whole thing from a Black Marvel character, and that was Anthony Mackie sharing his support for Jonathan Majors. But other than that, it's been very quiet. And no Denzel either, Amy. I don't want Denzel either because I would love Denzel to be Blue Marvel.
And let's be real, his price is probably way too high for that.
I would love Denzel to be Blue Marvel. Jonathan Boyega to be Blue Marvel too. Like both of those to me would be great for Blue Marvel.
Did you say Jonathan Boyega?
Yeah, Blue Marvel. Yeah. I would like Jonathan Boyega to be Blue Marvel. Now let's be real here, C-Dub. Jonathan Boyega does not look like Jonathan Majors.
What? But why? Okay, that's why you're throwing. I was like, why does this sound weird? You're saying Jonathan Boyega instead of John Boyega.
Oh my God, am I?
Yes. Yeah, yes. I was like, what the fuck? Is this some new dude?
Yeah, and John Boyega wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't. Not. You know how John Boyega gets down. He would not be down with replacing Kang the Conqueror. If anything, he's pissed off. If anything, he's never coming to the MCU because he's seeing how they treated my man's Jonathan Majors here.
So I don't think it's like that because there's rumors he's going back to Star Wars and they treated him like fucking shit. So
yeah, he would. But like, I think he could do it, but again, like I said, it's not out there. I mean, Lakeith Stanfield got the range, but he don't got the physique.
Well, who would you want?
Jonathan fucking Majors.
Besides him, because that's no longer a thing. Come on now.
I mean, I would want Boyega to do it. I mean, that's about it, bro. I mean, like,
whoa. Did you see what V just said? And Carl, we should time out Carl for 10 seconds for that fucking answer.
why? Oh,
Jaden Smith? This motherfucker.
Fuck it, why not, bro?
No, shut up. No.
Dude, that is Zach. That is the one person who I really wish they could have do that. I actually mentioned that, like, did I say that when I was in the car?
He's on my list.
Yeah.
He's on my list.
He was on Sakuti Awuchi. I recently went back when I had the flu. I went back and watched God no. I'm sorry, Edward, but no. I went back and rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Dude,
he's great.
Sakuti Awuchi should have been it. And like I made a TikTok a while ago. When like after this stuff, like after his performance, people were saying that. We were like, they need to make him a Kang variant.
Yes.
That, like,
and it would make sense. It would make sense too.
It would make a lot of sense. It would elevate the movie a lot. They should definitely do that. Who do you have on your list?
I had him. The sexy pick, Idris Elba, Morris Chestnut. Whoa. Why are you looking at me like that?
You know what? You picking out like Idris Elba, like these people, Morris Chestnut.
Yeah,
we need range. We need range.
I'll give you that. Idris does not have range.
Morris
has a little bit of range. Yes. We're over here putting Boyega.
Boyega could definitely do it.
I like Boyega, but come on now.
And that range with Boyega is just, let's be real, it's a rage shit. Like, we could definitely see Boyega like do some raging. I think I could see Boyega like looking a bit crazy, looking a bit being quirky. Morris Chestnut try to be too smooth. Idris Elba a little bit too smooth for me, bro. Like,
why can't we have some swagged out guys for it? We need some swagger.
It's not Kang.
You're telling me
that was
the
not
end of Loki. That wasn't some swag, bro.
That was quirkiness. Like, it's quirky. Power with quirkiness.
My man said, "How?" I'm assuming you meant.
Yeah, Morris.
That man has swag the whole time. What are we talking about?
Morris Chestnut and Idris Elba would not be able to do that. Like, they would be focused on how women look. That was one thing Jonathan Major didn't care about. He didn't care about like how the women was looking at him at any point. He was out here doing his thing. Idris Elba and Morris Chestnut, they be out there worrying about how like the mamas is out there looking at them while they're actually playing the role of Victor Tomley. They wouldn't be like down with doing these mannerisms and shit like that.
And I had what Amy put, Tiny Dicks. Well, Tay Dicks, my bad.
Yeah. I was about to say, who'd you say? Tiny Dicks?
I think so. I get added the N, but yeah.
Because at first I thought you said Tiny Dicks, and I said, okay.
What? No.
That's what it sounded like you said.
No.
You sounded like you said Tiny.
No.
Well, Vito, you should definitely go watch my video that I dropped today if you haven't already.
Which it was a great video, but you literally said we stream Wednesdays and Thursdays, which we don't.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, nobody probably made it to that point. Nobody but me, you, and probably 2 people in here made it to that point.
Hey man,
who knows? They got an excuse to make Renslayer King now. Please don't.
That would be a whole nother issue in itself, and it has, it's something that Marvel does not need.
They definitely had a rock in a hard place because, like, they definitely need this villain to continue on. That's what you heard? Oh shit! They definitely got a way. They definitely got a reason. Like,
wait, what?
No, that is a terrible idea. Look, Disney, please tell me y'all aren't thinking that. That is a bad idea.
That's absolutely terrible.
Oh man, they really trying not to dig themselves out this hole, man.
Oh, the tiny dicks. That's what he heard. Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard too, was tiny dicks. Like, yo, I'm not gonna be real. You said Tanya Diggs. All right, that's what you said. But what I really heard when you said that was tiny dicks. I was like, what?
Okay.
Then I looked at seeing Tay Diggs, and I was like, oh, okay. Sterling K. Brown, who said that? Daniel Fisher. Maybe, like, at the end of the day, like, they needed to be able to hit that rage. It's like levels that you got to hit. And I know I'm going to have to suck because, like, I didn't write it out, and it's coming off the top of my head. But, like, when it came to Jonathan Majors as Kang, you had, like, the calmness. Then you had calm anger. Then you had anger. You had rage.
Yeah,
and
that's
on the other
fair.
end of the expansion, you had like the cockiness of from Loki episode 1. I mean, from Loki season 1, like the kind of, I don't know what you call that. Is it like cocky quirkiness, if you will? Like, because dude was very quirky when he first met Loki and Sylvie in season 1.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, like my man's was like doing the like he was doing the damn laughs and shit, swinging a miss. Like, bro, like he was like throwing shits out there. So maybe even a comedic level. Either way, I named like off the top of my head like 7, 8 shits. I did not go to film school. And you need, if I myself can do that just by seeing what they're doing, I imagine what they're planning is even deeper. Yeah. So like you need to have somebody with that gravitas, with that range to be able to hit all of those. They're out there somewhere.
The problem is though, like a lot, I'm not gonna lie, probably already scooping up a lot of the good black actors for like little parts. Like I wanted to put Mahershala Ali. I forgot. Oh shit, yeah, he's Blade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually looking at Mahershala Ali when I was watching Leave the World Behind, and I was like, "Yo, could he be Kang?"
Yeah, nah. But he's already in the
I don't see it
in MCU. So
yeah, I don't see it anyway.
I could see it anyway. I could see it.
But he killed it.
But he has too much swag, in your opinion, though. Too.
Yeah, he does. I mean, well, actually, no. Like, I don't think he carries himself as a sex. Like, bro,
not a sex symbol, but he got swag. Like, he has some crazy swag to him.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying that to be like you can't have swag as Kang, but I'm saying like those two that you mentioned, those are like they want to be sex symbols. Well, I mean, they are. But like, I guess but that's how they want to be portrayed. Like they don't want to take a role that's going to have them out of that sex symbol type of limelight.
That's fair. That's fair.
Trevante Rose. I like that name. Trevante. Who's Trevante? You know what? Somebody told me I should audition for the Kang role. And I was like, man.
Trevante Rose is too sex symbol.
Nope, I don't actually know who. No, he might look like he might have the range. Actually, I don't know. I can't say that. I've never seen this man act a day in my life.
Me either.
I've never seen this man act a day in my life. Look, I'm not saying that you can't have a 6 washboard abs. I'm not saying you can't be out there doing it. I'm just saying if your main goal is to get the ladies that are watching to think about you at night, you don't need to be Kang. Like, unless you're really willing to lose yourself in the role like Jonathan Majors was. Jonathan Majors lost himself in the role. Unless you're willing to lose yourself in the role, you shouldn't be Kang.
Okay, my friend said this. What about Cuba Gutting Jr.? But you know what I'm
talking about. Leave that. Yeah, you can't say it right because it doesn't.
It doesn't. It's not. I don't really like him as there. He sent me Wesley Snipes.
I would like Luda.
I wouldn't really like
Luda
Wesley.
Manifold. Look, man, I really want to see Manifold brought in. Eden Manifold. I really want to see him brought in. I'd like to see Luda. Like Luda might be good as that. Kendrick Lamar would be a good Manifold.
But we don't know if he can act. What are we talking about?
Kendrick Lamar can act. Can he star in a movie? Like, can he like be a star, like lead actor? Maybe not. But if you need somebody to like hit a range, that's Kendrick Lamar.
I'm sorry, but where have we seen him act?
Snowfall.
Seen any Snowfall? Okay, I'll have to go check it out. Because...
I mean, he played a crackhead. That was working for Franklin, but yeah, he did his thing. Shoot him out here, Marvel. Shoot him out here, purists. Just give me your names. Just give me your name. But look, I tell you this. If they really wanted to get somebody to be a Kang the Conqueror, to get somebody to instill fear and presence and you know, this.
Why are you talking like this?
This is my Kang voice. How many times we've had this conversation? How many times have we been here?
I'm uncomfortable.
Exactly. You're uncomfortable right now because that's how I want you to feel. You're uncomfortable right now because that's exactly who I was going for.
Okay, we get it. Who remains? Okay.
So Marvel, if you need someone,
stop talking like that.
cast me. And I will take revenge on those who sent me here, and I will burn them out of time.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was good. Hey, I ain't know that burn them out of time was coming out like that. Oh,
hey man, just cast me for Miles. Oh my god, Peter. Got it. Nailed it.
Anyway.
Okay, bitch. We just went through a whole 30 minutes of you.
Am I not goofy enough for He Who Remains? Am I not goofy enough for He Who Remains? Now I gotta work on that He Remains voice.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But what I can tell you is that if you wanted me to play Victor Timely, then motherfucker, I can play Victor Timely. Come on, dog. Hey, sign me up. Sign me up.
Oh shit. Look, man.
Eddie Murphy for all. Look, man, I wish there's a role for Eddie Murphy, but at this point, Eddie Murphy just doesn't. I don't want to see Eddie Murphy in any movies at this point right now.
I thought about putting Eddie Murphy, and I was just like, I don't know about that.
Like, I don't want to see Eddie Murphy on screen that much. Like, dude, like
Kendall got a good pass this week. With that Tiger Woods shit, of course he did. Holy fuck.
Look, only people who are only people who are not only people not tapped in don't understand that Tiger Woods shit. A lot of people, when they stop laughing and they really heard what I was saying about this Tiger Woods shit, that Tiger Woods shit makes a lot of sense.
No, it don't. Kendall, I love you, brother.
What?
I do.
White men want more than to be the best golfer in the world. Why would they want to be the best rapper in the world? Why would they want to get into a Will Smith's body? They want to get into Will Smith's body.
What's that?
What's the perk of getting into Will Smith's body?
I'll be honest though, if we're gonna tote this line, dude, they're not getting Will Smith's body. What for it? They would have to literally deal with who the fuck wants to do it?
Exactly. Who would want to be in Kanye West's body? He'll have his jaws gone. Like, bro, my man's What would a white man want more? Anything? Or what would an old racist white man want more in the world than anything? That is to be the best golfer in the world. And the best golfer in the world was black. And they said, you know what? The only reason why he's the best golfer in the world and better than all these other golfers is because his body and his strength and physique. That's why they wanted to get his body. And they said, you know what? We don't even got to worry about hiding it because he just wear hats all the time.
Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady.
Actually, Wayne Brady.
Now, Daniel Fisher, you might be on to something right there. That's a good one.
Wayne Brady as Kang the Conqueror. Yes.
He would be actually perfect. He would.
I'm tweeting it. Shout.
Wayne Brady belongs in the Marvels. Okay, Carl.
Shout out to at Daniel Fisher. Dan on tap. BC. Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady's a good one.
To be recast as Kang the Conqueror. Does Kang the Conqueror need to choke a bitch?
He was great in that shit. Hey, look, we don't really have to talk about Black Lightning. Okay, that show was.
Oh man, that show was only good for a second.
That show was only good for a second. You know what really rubbed me the wrong way about that fucking show? They had, you know how, I mean, it's WB, right? It's WB. Mm-hmm. They had all their other superheroes had some great costumes with like actual boots and shit like that. Black Lightning has some old 2003 Nikes on.
Yeah, Black Lightning was like, I liked the first season.
I did too. But then it just went downhill quickly.
And like I thought Homie was gonna be Static Shock.
We need to make a Static Shock.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna like become Static Shock, especially after he got hurt because he was a track star and then he got hurt. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was gonna make him Static Shock, but it ended up being nothing like that. And part of the problem with those CW shows is that they just really got too much in the soap opera lane. Like, that's why I stopped watching The Flash. Like the moment I realized like that The Flash really just became nothing but one-on-one conversations. Like literally, I was like, it clicked in the episode and it was like, Felicity, let me take you out here. Talk to me out here. Or Barry, I need to talk to you out here. Like it was really just a whole bunch of pull somebody out of the room, have a deep conversation, go back, two other people having deep conversations, two other people having a deep conversation, and then you just got Cisco. Like
then you got 5 seconds of run, Barry.
Run, Barry. Yes.
I hate that shit. I fucking hated that shit so much. It was so fucking stupid. Run, Barry. We are Flash. Shut up. Oh man.
But look, man. It's been a long Jonathan Majors stream. At the end of the day, man, like I guess pour one out for him. Could have been something great.
Are you about to pour one out for him for real?
Nah. I'm still struggling a little bit. This could have been something great.
I think he'll make it, man. I think he'll make it. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine like Chris Brown is fine.
Look, we'll have that go to Ninja Tears.
He's 30. Jonathan Majors is 34.
You didn't hear me, chat.
Jonathan Majors is 34. He could take like a good 5 years off the map. Bounce back stronger than ever.
Why? Okay, can I ask this? And look, all my brothers and sisters out there that see this, look, I don't mean to be a dick, but why are we just why do we care this hard? Does it suck? Yes, it does. But like, come on, man.
Bro, like it hit like I don't know, bro. Like,
is it kind of bad for the culture? 100%.
No, it's more
like
so
again, he put himself in these situations.
It's more so that the dude is innocent. Like,
we don't know that for sure, though.
From what we saw, anytime you see my man's running from somebody, everybody's response, every black folks' response when they saw him running from that woman was that yo, man, he ain't do that shit. Like, my man's is innocent. He need to get off that. They charging him for what? They charging him. She chasing him, and they charging him. Like, bro, come on, dog. Like,
I'm sorry though. He should have also hit her with charges. Then
she did.
he
But they
should
weren't
have.
pursuing them though. He can't hit nobody with charges.
Mm-hmm.
She did have charges pressed, but they weren't pursuing them. Remember, she was like overseas. They had charges on her, but then when she got back, it was like, oh, we're not pursuing those charges.
Mm-hmm.
DA wasn't going to pursue them, so she did get charged. But like,
yeah, I mean, look, it is
it's not a bad day. Like, it's not like somebody got killed. It's not
exactly
like,
though. That's why
like
everyone's acting like the brother's dead. He's not fucking dead. Did he get fucked over a little bit? 100%. He got fucked over
a lot.
But like, bro, he's not dead. He put himself into these weird situations anyway. Like, why are we over here bitching and moaning like we didn't know this is probably gonna be the verdict for literally 6 months? We knew this has been going on for 6 months, man.
Look, I think we had a little bit of hope after seeing him run away from that shit. I'm not gonna go.
Bro, we had hope
like,
one day.
I think,
and then the next day, no hope. It was this way the whole entire situation.
The last thing people remember from this trial is him running away from blocks away from this woman. I think that really did. I think that really did do this shit to him, man. So
sorry, bro, but that shit was so stupid too. Like, it's just,
yeah. I mean, it's just, he's a weird dude, bro. He's a weird dude. He's a fucking weird dude.
I guess for me though, I just don't get why we over here just butthurt and like acting like it was a normal person also just got fucked over or killed or some shit like that. He didn't get killed. He gonna be all right.
You know what, Lou? No,
Lou. I'm gonna time you out, Lou? For the rest of the stream. Do not do it.
Time out, Lou.
Because I will. We do not need to keep going through these rabbit holes.
Lou might be on it too, because guess what? Guess how many hats Jonathan Majors got in his closet? Those Kang hats.
Stop. Bro. I'm sorry. No one's doing that to him. No one's doing that to him. If anybody they're gonna do it to, it is gonna be MJB.
Tina.
MBJ. What's up, Tina?
No pressure. Just check your DMs. No pressure. Just check your DMs. Look, I'm just saying, my man's Jonathan Majors, he's just like Tiger Woods. Hey,
I want to be Tiger, not Majors.
Look at this.
I'm about to time out any Tiger Woods references.
Look at this.
Stop it.
Somebody come look at this.
Stop.
Somebody come look at this.
Stop.
Cat drinking milk.
Stop.
Oh.
No. Stop.
Look, I'm gonna leave this out here for a little bit because you know what?
No, take it down. Stop. This is not it. Stop. I'm C-Dub. You got one more time. Next person, I will time you out. Don't play with me. Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm gonna be real. We got Tina coming on in 5 minutes. I just want to ask her. Look, Tina's been on it. She's been running her shit. Shout out to Tina. Like, her shit's been taking off doing the Jonathan Majors coverage. Like, and it's right up her lane because Tina is an entertainment. Like, I don't view Tina's content as more so nerdy stuff or trying to be. She tap into it, but she's very much entertainment. And she's been giving non-biased work on this shit. So I do just want to get, like, we're winding down here, but she'll come on for like 5 minutes or so. I do just want to get her take on what this shit went. Look, it ain't even the weed. Most of the shit I come up with, I am sober. I tell you this much, when it be the weed, I don't even want to be thinking that hard. But I tell you this much. Why else would Tiger Woods' wife be coming out there trying to knock him out? She's from Sweden too. And I heard that wasn't her mom's there too? Like wasn't Tiger's wife and her mom there at the house at the same time?
So you're saying his mom had something to do with it too?
Damn Skippy. His mom the one that know how to do it. It's just like the movie. It's just like the movie. The daughter lures them in, and the moms knows how to do it. Come on, Justin. You're coming around to it.
No, I'm not.
You're coming around to it, Justin.
Lou, stop it.
Look, Lou is my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog for sure. That's my dog. Lou, I'm gonna get you some protection, bro. Right now. I'm going to protect Lou right now.
No way you're about to mod him
Yes.
for this stuff. Ain't no way you're about to mod him, and Talented Mr. Griffin's not modded. You're crazy. No, he's not. I'm literally looking at him right now.
This is the only mod that we're getting out here. This is the only other mod that we're doing out here because Talented Griffin definitely deserves it.
That's insane. Ain't no way you just did that.
There is a way I did that.
No, because he agrees with it. Stop it. What are we doing?
And that's what is this why though? Is it because of Tiger Woods?
No, it's not because of Tiger Woods. Stop it. Oh my god.
Veed, are you modded?
Yes, Veed's been modded a long time.
Okay. All right. Tina told me to give her 5, and it's been 3. So
give her 5, but it's been 3. Okay. Yeah,
and she's at work right now. Shout out to Tina. But look, all right, let me put it this way. With where we're going, just I know it's a hot take, and I know I'm gonna make videos about why Doom, is gonna be coming in because that's what people want to see. Like I said, Doom ain't the answer that people think he is. Where we
100% gotta wait.
For where we are right now in the MCU, like for where we are right now, Doom isn't the answer that people think he is. And I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Plain and simple. Right now, we're in time runs out. Oh, thanks, Sheeta. Plain and simple. We're in time runs out right now. Dr. Doom shouldn't come into play until Secret Wars or battle at the end of Battle World. I mean, at the beginning of Battle World. Like that's just it. And I'm not saying because Dr. Doom to me is like goated. I'm not saying I don't hate Dr. Doom. I'm just not there.
You want them to conclude it as a whole.
The best thing they can do for Dr. Doom is have him be beloved like Loki.
That's why I'm saying they can't rush him. That's why they need to flush out other stuff. But whether they move on from Kang or not, we better not see Doom in next year. We better not see Doom next year. Like that's just no. Or we better not see him in 2 years.
I can see him be introduced. Like we can see him, but he cannot be the villain. Like you can't prep him up to be the multiversal villain. Like
that's the thing. I don't think you can even put him into the equation yet. Then at all. If we're not going to make him the villain.
You can introduce Latveria. You can introduce to Latveria a bit. Like you can show that he does exist.
Well, that's one thing, but straight putting him right there. Oh my God, that's Doom. You can't do that
yet. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. So
I need to read Judgment Day too. I actually want to really read these fucking these Ultimate comics. I really want to
bring Doom now we can't do that. Or else we're gonna be bitching because it's done wrong.
I love this picture. The one picture V that I miss of you, bro, that you had on your profile. I miss the V. Bring back the V with the suspenders picture, bro. The V with the suspenders picture was that Vito right there. That's the Vito I fell in love with, man. That Vito with the suspenders on. I don't even know. I don't know if you was at a wedding or what, but my man's for the longest. his picture was a man. He had on a white shirt and red.
What do you mean a man? It's him.
I was about to say my man's, but yo, yeah, like bring that back, bro. I don't care if you don't need to look like that no more. Like, bro, you look happy, you look healthy in this photo. Like, you're kind of glowing in this photo, bro.
Yeah, he's glowing.
Like, you know, this is a great photo. But when you're talking about the old school Lord Vito with the motherfucking suspenders on, bro, it was a win. Yeah, that was a V that I could bet everything that V. See, this V here looks like he's got a good 9 to 5. Looks like he's like on his career shit.
He got an 800 credit score right here. Exactly. You know, he moving.
That other V looked like I believe everything that I know V be doing. I'll just put it that way. Or maybe once did. We ain't talked in a long time. I don't know if you changed your ways or whatnot. Or if like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lord Vito was wild. Lord Vito, this could be a dude cool. Like I fuck with Khabib. But Lord Vito, that motherfucker Lord Vito, like
that was a different guy.
Look, Vito, you might just have to make a different account, bro. Nah, but then you lose your membership shits. All right, Tina. I told her no pressure. I said, Tina, no pressure. Because I know she's at work. She's working. But she said, give me 5 because I know she's here for it. But yeah, I you know what? But now that this Jonathan Major stuff is done, it's not done because you still got.
It's not. We got the sentencing.
And then you know they do a recast shit.
What do you think the reaction to that's going to be from certain channels?
Why can't we recast T'Challa then?
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair one. I would recast T'Challa before I recast him.
You would think. I mean, that's why I put in my video, bro. Like, I get the movie in itself being a movie. Like, I don't have any patience to go back and forth or argue with anybody who doesn't understand why they did what they did in that movie. Whether you agree with it or not, if you can't understand and if you can't comprehend why they did everything in Black Panther 3 that they did, I don't have the time, patience, or really desire to go back and forth on whether or not, you know, this whole can't recast the child shit, because to me, you're just delusional as fuck. But it's just ridiculous to think that Kevin Feige has going on and people have said so much that like the child, like Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa, that he was going to be the next Iron Man of the phase, like this would be the next big 3, an anchor of this saga. But you're not doing anything to get him back, to get T'Challa back. You're not doing any. That's kind of what sparked the video with the Fantastic Four shit. Like, if the Fantastic Four can come from another multiverse, from another universe into the 616, why can't you do that with T'Challa? Yeah. And that makes the best outcomes for everything. That solves a lot of issues that you have in your movies. I mean, we haven't had a meaningful post-credit scene,
bruh,
since when? Like, legitimately, like, since when was the last meaningful post-credit scene? I went back and rewatched Civil War. So, like, my 2 rewatches while I had the flu was Civil War and Guardians of the Galaxy. And it was very hard to even go back and rewatch something, which is crazy because I love that phase so much. But it was very hard to go back and rewatch it, but I did. And the post-credit scene, do you remember the post-credit scene for Civil War?
I do not actually.
It's where it's a great post-credit scene, and it's actually not even like, because some of these post-credit scenes have been so short too, but it's like an actual scene where you have Bucky going to be frozen in Wakanda. And mind you, we just like, it was a great trip back to the movie theater because, mind you, we just lost our shit over seeing T'Challa be introduced on screen, over seeing the Black Panther being introduced on screen, like doing his shit, like kicking the hell out of Captain America's shield, scratching it up. I'll kill him myself moments. We just witnessed that. And in that post-credit scene, you got Steve Rogers and T'Challa having a conversation in the lab. And Steve says, you know, they'll come for you. They find out he's here.
Yeah.
Let them come. And they pan out and you see the Black Panther like statue out there and you just like get a peek into Wakanda. Bro.
I think they hit the theme music too, though.
Yeah. Like, bro. Like, that's a fucking post-credit scene. That's how you do this shit. Because
that one was great.
I think it was very undersold what that post-credit scene actually did for that movie and like for the hype for that movie. Because it was like the movie introduced us to T'Challa, like to Black Panther. But then to tease that you're gonna get to see the world that he comes from, that set that movie up for
wow.
Yeah, that set that movie up for $1 billion. So like,
what's up, J Field too? By the way,
J Field in the building. They're saving too much for the reboot for sure. Look, we got Tina in the building. I know I just brought her in here for a little bit. Tina,
can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Go fuck with She Dressed Me. If you haven't watched any of the Jonathan Majors case trial, She Dressed Me on YouTube, on Twitter, you can get caught up in a second. Because I was unplugged. Every time I unplugged and I wanted to plug back, Tina, I just wanted to ask you, because I mean, you at work, right? Oh, you at work?
I'm good. I got off about 11.
Oh, damn, it is 11:09. Look, I'm only gonna hold you for like 5 to 10.
That's cool. We cool.
It is past our bedtime.
Yeah, it is past our bedtime. But like, I just want to ask you, just where are you at with this? On like I want your personal side, and then I want like your journalist side. Like, just where are you at with like the whole everything that's going down, from him being fired to the trial, like to like the verdict itself and him being fired. Like, where are you at with it personally, and then where are you at with it like professionally?
Of course, personally, it's disappointing. You never want to see this. Like, you never want to see this personally. When you see somebody, you're liking him, you feeling like he's the next one up, and then it all comes crashing down. You never want to see this. So personally, disappointed. Like I said, I started watching him in the last Black Man in San Francisco, and we hit Lovecraft Country, and we're watching him like slowly climb up. And when he gets the Marvel deal, we like, oh, this is going to be the guy. And then for one unfortunate night to kind of rip it all away, it's disappointing. And look, I heard you talking, so don't pray for him, because it's not like he died or nothing.
He didn't die. That's my.
Let me tell you.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be an asshole about it, but we over here acting like the dude's gone forever.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you why. Because we see this frequently. Well, I don't know if y'all see it. I got a cousin in the NFL, but anyway, you see this frequently with athletes. When they're no longer playing anymore, like they go downhill, like they have mental issues. So that's what I'm afraid of, that he's watching everything fall away. And it's like, just pray for you, brother. Go get some help. Don't lose hope. It's not over. Like, to us, we might be like, you just lost a couple movie roles. He's probably looking at it like, I just bought my mama a house. I just bought my baby mama a house. And what am I going to do? So.
That's fair. That's fair.
Everything that made him tell a white woman to be Michelle Obama is gone. Like, and that's what's really scary for him. Like, that's why I was like, man, just pray for him. Like, not to mean like actually like I'm gonna be praying for him at night, because like I'm gonna forget about it when I go to bed.
That's what that's my other thing.
Sentiment. Like, it's just the sentiment, bro. Yeah, it's just like it's like the actual sentiment. Like, damn, I know he's going through it right now. So Tina, legally wise, did this match the description to the T? Like, I know we had our moment here in October of what you predicted, but just legally wise, like, it makes sense, right?
So you never know with juries. Juries are so unpredictable. You just never know. They're human beings just like us. So legally, especially for the charge where they got him, the fourth charge where they got him for putting her back in the car, I think there was a little wiggle room on that, but it depends on your jury. Because if I was in the jury, I would have been the one holding out. I would have been like, I'm not going to convict him on this, because we see him putting her in the car to de-escalate. He's not putting her in the car to harass, annoy, or alarm, because those are the legal terms for it. But there's also subsections into that charge too, where you can't shove someone. So you probably had 4 other people like, well, look, he's shoving her. But I would have been the one like, yeah, he's shoving her, but he has a legitimate reason, because that's part of the law too. You can do certain things if you have a legitimate reason. You probably had one person who's like, okay, I've been here 4 days. I'm done. Y'all do what y'all got to do. But I would have been holding out.
Look, this how like, was it how many brothers and sisters was on the jury?
One black woman, no black men, 2 white people. It was a total of 6. So you had 2 white people, 1 black woman, and the other 3 were Hispanic and Asian, multiracial.
Makes sense. I mean, as fucked up as it sounds, I can't imagine them allowing a black man to be on that jury.
Yeah. And like I said, I was on somebody else's stream. We got to keep it a buck. How many black men showed up that day too? Because we'll skip jury duty. We'll be like, man, I ain't going.
Yeah, that's facts.
Not wrong.
I mean, I will say that one of the most like influential trials I covered when I was in news, it was like an officer involved shooting in Portsmouth, Virginia, and there was one black man who stayed on the jury, and he ended up being the foreman of the jury, and they convicted the police officer for killing an unarmed black man, and he was the one that got to stand up and read guilty. Like that was him. And I like
same with George Floyd. There was a black man on George Floyd's
that makes a difference. Just throwing that out there, people. That makes a difference of showing up and doing your civic duty.
Having different perspectives.
Yeah.
But so Marvel dropped him. He's dropped. He's toast. Did you see that coming? I mean, because when I was watching it from watching it and like seeing the public react to like him running away, and like when that video dropped, I don't know about you, but I saw that. But when him running away from Grace Jabari, a lot of people's mind, at least in my circles, was like, "Yo, my man's just innocent. He ain't do shit.
Right,
like,
right.
He's running." Also, too, like I feel like the case is really flown under the radar. I don't know. Like it just feels like it's flown under the radar of national media news.
I think if the text messages wouldn't have came out, he might have been. He might, but then a part of me is like, no. Like I work in corporate America. I've worked for. I work for the top of the top.
That's
baby.
where I'm at. Like
when these charges came down in March, you better believe legal was in there, and they was trying to figure out what's the best way to go with this. So they already, like I tweeted, they already had this paperwork drawn up. They was just waiting on the verdict. Now, if the verdict would have been innocent, they couldn't really let him go because, like we always said, y'all had Jeremy Renner, y'all had Josh Brolin, so they was gonna have to kind of push along. But the guilty, it was already, these papers was drawn up in March.
Exactly.
I've been in those offices. I've had these conversations on how to gently fire someone or aggressively fire someone.
So I guess if they say he walked out innocent today, do you think they keep him?
Yes.
I'm on their mind. Okay, yeah, cool.
You have no choice but to, unless they still could have let him go, or they could have diminished his role, but they could have let him go off of the strength that this was just too much negativity, and we know you're gonna sue, but we'll pay it. We don't care.
I feel like they was gonna let him go regardless.
I don't see. That's where me and
like,
I disagree. I don't think they're gonna do that.
I feel like they were gonna let him go. Like the fact that they let him go now, it was just too messy. Like I just feel like too much dirt came out.
And it was risky. He still had a case open in London. It's risky.
I feel like they were gonna let him go, but it doesn't letting him go mean like they was gonna drop him. Maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't have been so much of dropping him. Maybe it would just have been more so of like, all right, no more Kang Dynasty.
Right.
I think that's
his
what
role
would have
been
done.
diminished. He would
Yeah,
exactly.
Leave him out there, but you don't do it no more. Yeah, man. Look, it's just been crazy.
It's life. Life. Yeah. This is life. It happens. You know. You. What's the thing they always say? Think you got a plan and watch God laugh at you when you think you got stuff planned out. It happens, man.
It happens, and I feel bad hearing some of the stuff that I've heard about Jonathan Majors. I mean, I know he does seem a little bit weird and wonky. Like,
right.
Carrying around the cup thing is one of the most like weird things that I've heard, but it's also one of the things that like kind of weirdly endeared me to him.
Right.
What did you make of the whole Michelle Obama speech he gave her?
Look, I told Justin I get it. Like it made sense to me.
So before I heard it like audio, I thought it was crazy. I was like, bro, come on. I made a TikTok about it. I'm like, bro, you cannot tell a woman from the UK to be more like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King because just culturally, she might not know.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I see Michelle Obama, but I don't know. Why you didn't tell her to be like Princess Diana? That's who you should have said. Now, when I hear the audio, I completely understand him because I've been with someone in the past who has suffered from, alcoholism or maybe drug addiction. So you have those conversations like, look, we trying to do something and you just not following the path. And I need you to act this way when we step out. So I kind of get it. But culturally, we kind of get it. But then you got the other side of people's like, oh, that's emotionally abusive. That's manipulative. I thought it was going to be way worse.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's part of this culture that we live in. Like, if anybody feels offended by that, then I don't know what to say. Because at the end of the day, he's not saying be black. At the end of the day, he's saying like just hold yourself to a standard. And those are the people that came up to his mind.
Yeah,
were women of that standard. I mean, I'm pretty sure I said to my wife, like she's my Michelle. Like,
yeah.
it's the same. It's the same principle. Maybe he just ain't had the repertoire knowledge to dive in and be like, yeah, the Princess Diana shit.
Yeah.
I was about to say though, the Princess Diana joint is a little wild because look, like, hey, like the Princess Diana. I don't know if he wanted the Princess Diana either. I don't know. He might have wanted. What's old girl? What's the one that acts right? He wanted a Kate Winslet, right? He wanted a
Kate. I mean,
he wanted a Kate. He didn't want no Meghan Markle. He didn't want no Princess Diana. He wanted
Princess Di stayed on code till they started crossing her. She stayed on code till they started doing her wrong.
She had some wild shit too, though. Earlier.
Well, look, Tina. Of course, we won't have you back on here on some other shit.
Okay.
But is there anything else? Like, I'm gonna let you go. But is there anything like just with this case, anything that you just want to throw out there before you get out? Because your coverage has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's why I slid in the DM. I was like, look, just let me throw this out
anytime. Y'all bring me on anytime. I don't have anything else to add. I think a lot of the stuff I covered when I was on the show, I told you it was very similar to Tori and Meg. If you put a victim on there crying and pointing, that's going to be tough to overcome. Very similar to Tori and Meg that his lawyer had sealed evidence come in accidentally. Tori's lawyer did the same thing. They got Kelsey's interview brought in. So those two things, getting her on that stand and them text messages that were sealed off for them to be allowed to come in, I think it killed everything because the jurors didn't really have a good picture of him, until you get to see those text messages and he says, I'm a monster and, I'm going to take myself out. The jury probably like, oh, this is kind of abusive.
That was the self-deletion text was like, yo. Yeah. Look, I will say, my wife pointed out to me in the car earlier. I mean, black women are looking at this like, yeah, this is why you should leave them women alone.
Hey, I'm from the South. I told you that the last time I was on here. I'm from the South, so
And we will say, shout out, like Meg Thee Stallion doesn't get enough credit for how she did handle.
She tried to hold him down. She did.
Like she got pushed to talk.
Like she doesn't get enough credit for that. And I could get into that a whole nother day. Like that whole damn thing pisses me the fuck off. Like it's in court, like it's legal. Like my man's look, either way.
Let me ask you one other question real quick.
Okay.
Me and this man Kendall have a huge disagreement on this one.
Oh Lord.
Do you think it's odd that this man is also just chilling out there by himself with no security, nothing at 2:30?
When he was on his date that night?
Thank you.
No, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm asking, is that what we're talking about when he was on his date?
I'm saying
like the shit that we see in the camera.
No, once again, I'm telling y'all, I have a cousin in the NFL, very high profile. He does not walk around with security. When he's around family, when he's with his girl, when he's with his kids, he's just outside. Now you do have some celebrities because he's a celebrity, but he's not like Beyonce, like where they gonna run up to him and it's everything finna get shut down. So,
but he's also
it's not like he's getting followed. But it's not like he's getting followed. Like I promise you, if he was getting followed by paparazzi and he was popping out at 2:30 and paparazzi was in his face with cameras at 2:30 in the morning, he would have had security.
Right.
Okay. I guess I overestimate how popular he is because, like, to me,
you got to be popular. Like have like those people behind you like that, bro.
I got somebody who's popular and he ain't got no security. He just be chilling.
Now look, look, you can be in that. You need security if you out there, like if you around that certain crowd most of the time.
Right.
You get dirty like that. But I got one question for you. If there was somebody to be in a real life Get Out, wouldn't you imagine? Tighten up. But we've had this Get Out debate.
It's not a debate. It's just crazy. What are we talking about?
Look, I'm just saying it makes sense for Tiger Woods to be a prime Get Out candidate.
Tiger
Woods is a prime Get Out candidate. If there was anybody in this world that I would say has had Get Out happen to him, I have reasons in the list for it to be Tiger Woods.
I probably, if I sit down, I can think of a lot of people. Tiger. Oh my gosh, it's so many. When you start really digging into athletes and how many of them has
switched up cold tank, like
we gonna put T.O. on that list too?
Nah.
T.O.
Who want to be T.O.? Like you can't just like they gotta want to be you, bro.
Oh, like, that's true. Because who wants to be that guy? Honestly,
they have to want to be you.
Y'all leave T.O. alone. That's my Miami brother.
My quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Look, man,
Shannon's another one. Shannon Sharp walks around with no security. Like when he goes to certain places, he has security. But Shannon be outside without security.
Yeah, I think sometimes
if he's going on a date with his lady, he might not have security because they're probably going somewhere where it's expensive. It's other rich people.
I guess for me, I'm just like you're this what you defined yourself as. To me, he wasn't taking care of himself either on that one.
Yeah,
that's my hang up. The same cautions that he was
like we said
on her too.
He thought
he wasn't doing that to himself.
He thought he had that in her though. So like he wasn't like,
bro. If you're having these conversations, you have red flags, bro.
He had that conversation a minute ago, but he thought he thought he had somebody he can trust, bro.
Let me tell y'all something. The police was never supposed to be called. This was never supposed to go this far.
Exactly.
It's not supposed to go that far.
Let me tell you what was supposed to happen. She already had this planned out. What was supposed to happen was for her to send the unalive text and for her to pass out because we found out she wasn't really passed out. And for him to come home and say, baby, I'm sorry. We're going to make this work. That's how this was supposed to play out. This isn't new. They done been through this.
It's not new, but
he just called the police. And it got blown out of proportion because she left.
I hear you.
He wasn't snitching on him. She left.
I hear you. But my issue is you're this important, which he was. He was really important. Now, like the same caution that you wanted her to take, you had to take too.
Yeah.
That was totally thrown out the window on his behalf, on my point.
But again, he trusted her. Again, he trusted her and then whatever. But look, at the end of the day.
And he's the type of guy who's like, I'm a superstar, but I still go home and eat dinner with my grandma. I
get that, but how conceited that man was talking on that thing.
It's not conceit. Like I said, I may have said some things like that before. Like, hey, I'm trying to do great things and you out here wilding.
I've had the same.
He said,
you have never when I've tried to get my credit score in line.
Stop, Kendall.
Like I make the same.
You never said you are changing things for your people as a whole. This man was going saying,
I'm trying to do great things, and I can't do this.
Stop.
I done had some of them conversations.
What you having this?
We can't be great if you keep going on vacation. We can't be great.
Exactly, Justin. Just live a little longer, Justin. Just live a little longer. Live a little longer.
You're only 2 years older than
about
me.
3 years older than you. Exactly, Justin. I had this conversation about a year and a half ago. So
Stop
it. A year left. Look, anyway, Tina, thanks for popping on real quick.
Thanks for coming, guys. Tina. Thanks, Justin.
All right,
I didn't piss everybody off too much.
Yeah, look, man, it's been a great show. I'm glad we can finally. It's been 2 hours. I'm glad we can spend these 2 hours wrapping this stuff up It's probably not the last conversation that we're gonna have on this, but
Sadly.
it is the last big stream conversation that we're gonna have on this, on just the actual Jonathan Majors of it. Everything else from here on out, I wanted it to be about Kang or what they're going to be doing in the MCU. So that means
no more Jonathan Majors L's on the title type shit. That's what we're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, Justin, anything you want to throw out there before we get out of here?
You know what? We can have a great conversation about how Tiger Woods is. We're not having that conversation on my stream. Don't do that. Okay, guys, come see me. Well, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Apex probably. I don't know. Maybe the finals. Who knows? It might be a just chatting stream. I'm a little burnt out on games right now, but we'll see.
A little burnt out because he booty. But anyway,
what you talking about? I'm almost diamond right now.
Actually, I did see you looking good the other day when you was playing, bro. It was pretty decent, bro. I gotta keep my co-host happy. But he's got that going on. We're gonna be in here on Thursday with a live stream. I actually can't wait for what if. Like, we got some stuff to talk about on Thursday, some actually like good nerdy stuff to talk about, to get into that we didn't talk about today. So I can't wait for that to happen. And I'm really just excited to get into what if coming up next week. So notes, let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. No stream next Monday. But we will be back here next Thursday. So we have Thursday and then next Thursday for our streams. We got some videos on the way. If you haven't had a chance yet to watch the last video I dropped on T'Challa, recasting him in the Fantastic Four, go watch that, bro, because I think it's something that Marvel should actually do. More videos on the pipeline, though, thinking about what they're going to be doing with Loki and Thor, how he could be reintroduced, and what they could be doing with Thor to push the story forward. Also got some videos in the pipeline about Celestials and what they could be doing with, like, breaking down the entire multiverse. That one might have to wait till I know what they're doing more with Kang. But regardless, we will see y'all in the next one. And I appreciate y'all being here. And I know it's going to be time for bars, but I don't got no bars for y'all tonight. We had
my Eagles lost, man.
Bro. Your Eagles lost?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, man, it's tough.
Your Eagles lost?
I want to cry.
Your Eagles lost?
I'm going to. Never mind. I'm not going to Jonathan Majors myself.
Shout out to them Eagles. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, in them Eagles. Hey.
You about to diss my team right now?
Jalen Hurts. Dang. They thought they could get in first place. They wrong. They thought they about to walk into this thing and take it home. Damn. He had to do them like that. Those just pick back to back. They could do the house like that. Like, damn. I thought they had it good though, but let's be real. They was only getting by real close. Some real close wins, some real close ends. It could really be like the Buffalo Bills is. Damn. But either way, that's my justice. Damn, my bad. I was gonna just tell, but I'm where it is. Yeah, it is. I lost the flow.
You know what? You deserve to lose the flow right there.
Either way, I lost the flow, but now I'm gonna get it back. And like the win streak, they never coming back. Jalen Hurts, I mean, he all nice and all. But when you give him the money, is he gonna still ball? When you gonna give him the money, is not gonna still block? When you go give him the money, this defense what you got? Does he really got enough to put the team on his back like that 1-5 in Kansas City? Nah, I don't think so. But go ahead and say the shit.
Oh yeah, he's not no Patrick Mahomes. We've been on that.
He ain't Dak Prescott either, and I ain't no.
Don't even do that. Don't even do that. Are you now? You're just trolling. Now you don't even believe that. You don't even believe that.
I might be trolling.
Dak Prescott is dog shit.
He's a Cowboys fan. He's a Cowboys for life. I'm just a Tennessee Titan looking at my teams as they're looking for right. Like, damn, we can't even block shit. My quarterback hurts. Damn, I don't even want to watch the damn football anymore. It's like, for real, bro, Tennessee really been dropping the ball. Like, we not what we are anymore. Derrick Henry not going to play for us no more. We just need to really just go ahead and get rid of everybody. Get rid of Mike Vrabel. Keep Grant Carter.
Yeah, that Jason Kelsey false start penalty, fucking crazy. These refs, man, oh man, these refs these days.
All right, we're out. We're out
Trash.
because he's making excuses.
They need to go. These refs,